Hey everyone, J-Rob Plays here, and I just want to put together the final Archie video to help people who are having trouble with the quest. I was actually one of the people who had the quest bugged initially, and kind of go over what I did to fix it. So starting out, of course, you want to pick up the quest from Eva, head over to Nimbus, and then from there, Nimbus is going to have you go and drop down to his stash where you have all the action figures for the Nimbus quest, and then from there, behind a plant on your left when you enter is going to be where you'll see the next set of prints. And then once you pick up this set of prints, this is where the quest bugged for me. It talks about how Archie wanted to catch up on the Veil, and just to make sure it wasn't in Veil containment, I hopped in there, and then when I came back out, I actually went where you were supposed to go, which is through SE Park into the kind of farther area. You're going to pick up a portal from SE Park that's going to take you to where the Veil containment doors are. And once you get into that area, you'll know that you've got a normal working quest, I believe, if you get a Tormentor spawn and you have to fight the Tormentor. For me, there was no Tormentor spawn when I first got there, and when I walked up to the doors where the prints would likely be, there were no prints. And I went online, I looked a couple different places, and people even posted photos of the prints right in front of the blast doors at the very end of that area. And it's called the Urkala Complex, I believe is what the area is. It's where you take the teleporter through, and then you kind of fight through some Cabal, and then you go up the stairs. And in the campaign, this is where Callus would talk to you, like a big floating Callus head, and then you have the blast doors exploded and go down into the Veil containment area. So because of the fact that I guess I went to Veil containment first, that's probably what bugged it. So try not to go to Veil containment, and if you do happen to have that, no matter how many times you reload and go back, it's not going to be there. So what I ended up doing is I ended up abandoning the quest, and then I switched over to my Warlock, and I started over fresh on my Warlock. And when I got back on my Warlock, that's when the Tormentor spawned. I fought the Tormentor, and after killing the Tormentor, the prints were there in front of the blast door finally. Once you've picked up those prints, it's going to say that Archie wants to go check out where we learned Strand or mastered Strand. That's going to be located in Maya's Retreat, which is going to be in Limingharmer, to the right of Limingharmer. You're going to follow the path up there and all the way to the top. Once you get into the cave area, you'll have to jump up and in through some rocks that's going to allow you to go through. For whatever reason, when I reached the top cave, they were missing the blocks that you normally climb on when you're doing the strike, the Hypernet Current strike. And once you actually get to the top, you'll have to just make a jump into the left side of the area in the cave where you can land on, if it's like that for you too. And then from there, you can walk up and jump down. There's going to be another encounter waiting for you with a bunch of Cabal, Shielded, and Strand. When you kill those Cabal and you get to the back, there's going to be a commander. Kill the commander. I killed it pretty quick with just my super. And then from there, the rest of the Cabal will despawn, and you'll be able to get Archie's prints. And move on to the final step. Now, the final step is going to be the Thrillodome. It talks about Archie wanting to get you a prize, and that's the tip there. And if you have trouble finding the entrance to the Thrillodome, today is actually a good day because you get the ability to go into the Legend Lost sector. I'm not sure if he's in the Legend Lost sector because I just walked right by it. You shoot the vent next to that entry point, and then you can drop down into the Thrillodome. You don't even have to complete the Thrillodome. Once you get to the very end, where the portal opens up for you to go fight the final boss, Archie's there off to the right next to a claw machine. Just talk to Archie. That'll conclude the quest. You go back and talk to Ada. She'll give you a little plush doll for a keepsake. And then from there, that's the final quest for Archie. That's going to give you the last lore entry for the lore book for this season. And that'll pretty much wrap up everything that we have to do with Archie and a lot of the lore from Into the Light going into the final shape. Now we just have to wait for next week. I hope you guys are as hyped as I am. I'm ready to get through the Legendary campaign and get prepared for the raid 3 days later from the launch date. That's going to be awesome to try to have that day one experience right behind coming off of the Legendary campaign and preparing your gear and everything. So I know it's tight for some people, but for me, it's going to just roll right into everything, and then we're going to begin the first episode. Now I want to see how that plays out, and I'll be putting out content on all of that for you guys. So if you'd like to keep up with that, go ahead and drop a subscribe. That way you don't miss anything, and I'll see you guys in the next video.